You already know who it is, you know what I'm saying? Osiris Lord under the scope. And we here with episode number 11. I figured I would take it a little bit easy, at least easy for me, because I feel like I'm a pretty good friend. But some people need some words of support, you know what I'm saying? And they're not really getting them from their homies. So today's topic is going to be how to be a more supportive friend. Or if you're not very supportive to begin with, how to be a supportive friend. And I think that is something that a lot of people need to work on because, relationship stuff, friends, platonic, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever friend, every friend. So friendship could be definitely difficult, especially when you don't know what to say to your friend. So I'm just going to give you a couple tips about how to be a supportive friend. The first tip is empathize. Now, showing empathy, it may be hard for some people and some people easier than others. But showing empathy is just basically like, if somebody had a bad day, you'll actually talk to them and be like, oh, how's your day go? Sorry your day went bad. And then, you just kind of console them and talk to them. You don't necessarily baby them and make them feel like a little kid or anything. But basically, empathy is just relating to someone in like an emotional way, or just kind of like, just connecting with somebody versus like, yeah, we like clothes. It's kind of like, oh, dang, dude, sorry you had a bad day. Let's kind of talk about that. I think I should do a video on empathy separately. Validating your friend, like your friend may have did a good job at doing something, whatever it is they're trying to do. You want to make sure that, you make them feel like you're paying attention or you're supporting them. I feel like support was actually one of the top things that I needed to work on when I was kind of going through my mental journey, because like I said, I was very narcissistic. Our relationships with my relationships with people would be kind of like one-sided. I'd just be like using resources, doing a lot of emotional dumping. Emotional dumping is just pretty much when you say everything you need to say and like tell someone about your feelings and things of nature, and then like you don't even really listen to them. So I used to do a lot of like emotional dumping, one-sided conversations, not reciprocating empathy. If somebody felt empathetic or they just wanted to make me feel better, I would just kind of take that and never really even just reciprocate it. So validating your friend, kind of giving them a pat on the back for a good job. You see, I talk really quickly. So, just small, there's so many ways to validate someone. Validating people definitely is one of the best things I can say, like in a relationship. And when I say relationship, I don't just mean like just, with a significant other. I mean like overall, because when you're friends with somebody, that is also a relationship. So when I say relationship, don't think I mean romantic all the time. I just mean like friends. So that, I feel like they have another one here. This is from mytherapynyc.com, by the way. They have a couple just like bold points that I'm just going to talk about. They have ask specific questions. Asking a question before offering feedback is another impactful tool for being a supportive friend. Asking questions demonstrates that you care and are curious about the person's experience. It also opens communication and gives that person more room to reflect and share. There's no need to try and read someone's mind to give them the right answer or to know what they need. You can always ask. Example, what do you need from me right now? Is there anything I can do to help? How are you taking care of yourself? Pretty good questions, right? Okay, then they have some don'ts, which I'll actually talk about. They have, don't take on the responsibility to fix it. Do not try to fix the problem by listing different solutions before asking what you can do or what this person needs. Yeah, that's annoying. I feel like a lot of friends, they think that just because someone comes to them with a potential, or just like, like somebody could say like, I have a job, I just talk to them and say, hey, like, maybe it'll be better tomorrow. Like literally, it'll be the better tomorrow. And some friends will just like list off like, I found you a different job, do this, do that, the third. Although they're trying to be helpful, that's not really supportive. Like, I mean, like, I don't necessarily want to leave my job, bro. My job is a good job. They pay me well. I'm just complaining today. I guess that's not necessarily the best example, but just kind of okay. Like when you say fix it, all right. I'll just phrase it in a different way. Let's say I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna say basically a supportive friend as far as okay. Let's say you're somewhere, right? You're at the party, friend has anxiety attack. Instead of just being like, dude, suck it up, man up, you know what I'm saying? You can console them. Things like that. Like because once you like, hey, dude, you're drinking out for no reason. It's all good. Why are you acting like they're gonna start being like even worse potentially? Like they're gonna start freaking out even more because you're telling them to calm down. It's like, bro, I can't really calm down right now. If I could calm down right now, I would just calm down. Like, and the fact that you're telling me to calm down is not making it any better. So basically, things like that, I don't know, man. I feel like to be a supportive friend, it just really takes honesty, vulnerability. Honestly, really, that's it. It's like honesty, being vulnerable, being truthful to yourself, respecting people's boundaries, um, and giving people space when they, like I mean that's part of boundaries, but I feel like to some people boundaries and giving people space is two different things. Well, it technically is boundaries and space is two different things. But I personally feel like if you just kind of work on yourself as a human being overall, then you won't really have an issue being friends or being supportive. Like as long as you understand that relationships in general are two-way streets and that you can't just give up at every turn of or every sight of like hardship. Like if you have an argument with your friend, maybe you might need to give a day or two off. But me personally, if I have an argument with my friend, I give it 5 minutes and then we're talking again about what just happened, and then we're over it. And I know how to approach the conversation if it's a touchy matter or something of the nature. So anyway, this one's gonna be short. I'm not gonna really sit and ponder about this. I feel like at this point, if you've really watched a bunch of my videos, you won't necessarily have a difficult time maintaining a friendship or at least a healthy one. If you're actually studying and all the things that I just said in the past podcast. So, empathize, validation, ask specific questions. Those are the do's on mytherapynyc.com. And then the don'ts are don't make assumptions. I guess I completely skipped that. But yeah, don't make assumptions. Don't take on the responsibility to fix it. And I can't sign out. I can't sign out without doing this one. Don't compare their problem to one of your own. That is really important. I know I said I was gonna sign out, but I need to talk about that one really quickly. So basically, this says don't compare their problem to one of your own. For example, OMG, me too, or I know exactly what you're going through. That is so annoying. Like, especially in a time of need, it's like, bro, like, do you really know what I'm going through? You probably don't. Even if you went through a similar situation, you probably don't know what I'm going through. So, the important thing to keep in mind when holding space for loved ones is that people most often want to feel heard. By listening carefully, without distractions or interruptions, you are communicating that the other person matters to you. Humans need healthy relationships to survive. Being there for someone in need is one of the single most important ways to keep a relationship healthy. Yeah, man. All you gotta do, man, is listen. Literally, if you want to be a good friend, listen and just kind of reiterate what the person said back. Make sure you understand what they said. If you don't understand what they said, they'll tell you what they meant. by that. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. Be supportive. Here's another thing. I love having like a free form of being able to myself, basically, because I can just be like, oh, it's done, but then be like, nah, it's not done, actually. So dang, I lost my train of thought. So, anyway, the Lord loves you. Osiris Lourde, Lourde Under the Scope, episode number 11. Episode number 12 coming up, and then we're gonna have a new season. I'm gonna upgrade the quality and all of that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So Osiris Lourde, Lord loves you. So Lourde Under the Scope. It's your boy, Osiris Lourde. Tuning in today, the Lourde Under the Scope. You already know, man. Like I said, it's Osiris Lourde, man. It's a weird take.